What is good, everybody? This is Sam Dog, the infamous 253, coming at you guys with a quick video. It is 8:48 p.m. Sorry, I'm a little late for this one. I just got back from my bowling league, and obviously work too. But I had my bowling league tonight, so it's alright. I got back a little late, and gonna give you all my game picks for week 2 of this season. But first I'm gonna start out with our game, with the Seahawks going up against the Chicago Bears on Monday Night Football. For the Seahawks taking on the Bears. It's going to be pretty tough, but but for us, obviously the Bears have good running game with Tariq Cohen and Jordan Howard, and obviously they got Mitchell Trubisky at quarterback, and then on their defense they got Roquan Smith and obviously Khalil Mack. And Khalil Mack, earlier last week, the Bears were on defense were killing the Packers in the first half, which we knew they obviously choked in the second half too, but Khalil Mack was killing it. He obviously had the pick six after they knocked Rodgers out for the rest of the first half, and he had the pick six on DeShone Kizer, and obviously Aaron Rodgers came back and beat the Bears on one leg. But for us, obviously, from what I saw for week 1, unfortunately, I see us losing this game to the Chicago Bears because obviously Khalil Mack is going to probably destroy Jermaine Ifedi all night long. And that Bears defense is pretty good. I hope I'm wrong, but unfortunately, I think I know when I'm right. So, I unfortunately have us losing this game against the Bears, but hope I'm wrong though. Hopefully. I saw some positives in our game last week, but negatives is that our defense could not stop the run last week. So, got us losing to the Bears. But first for this week, for week 2, we got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Hold on. We got the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. Ravens destroyed the Bills last week because the Bills obviously are not that good, and they're taking on the Bengals. Bengals coming off that win against the Colts. So Ravens got a pretty darn good receiving core. Who knows what's going to happen else with the Bengals? So I'm gonna pick the Ravens winning this one over the Bengals. Next up, we got the Kansas City Chiefs and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one is kind of I don't know. Patrick Mahomes, you saw what he did against the LA Chargers. He looked like he's the real deal. Pittsburgh, Ben Roethlisberger obviously coming off of a tie with Cleveland. I think I'm going to go ahead and pick the Chiefs with this one because the Chiefs were looking pretty darn good. Obviously, Tyreek Hill at receiver, and Patrick Mahomes was looking pretty darn good last week. Up next, we got the Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Dolphins coming off of a win against the Tennessee Titans, and the Jets coming off of a big Monday night win versus the Detroit Lions, obviously. And Sam Darnold lit it up other than his first play, which he got pick 6. I'm go ahead and say the Jets with this one, man. Who knows? I want to see what Sam Darnold does next, though, too. I think the Jets can pull this off. Up next, we got the Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers were the surprise of last week when they freaking were dominating the Saints, even though it was a shootout, and then Buccaneers ended up pulling out that game 48-40 against the Saints. And Philadelphia Eagles, Nick Foles, and it's going to be starting again for the Eagles, and he kind of had a hard time against the Falcons last week. I'm gonna go ahead and say Tampa Bay with this one. See if Fitzmagic can continue a streak. Up next, we got the Cleveland Browns and the New Orleans Saints. I'm gonna go ahead and say the Saints win this one. Drew Brees Saints are pissed about losing to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and I think the Saints are gonna come back firing hot against the Browns and destroy the Browns. Up next, Indianapolis Colts and the Washington Redskins. The Redskins were looking pretty good against the Arizona Cardinals. They won, and Alex Smith was looking good, and Andrew Luck with the Colts. Who knows what he's going to do next? I'm going to say the Colts are going to be 0-2. The Redskins are winning this one. Next, the Los Angeles Chargers and the Buffalo Bills. In Buffalo, I think, Josh Allen is starting for the Bills. Who knows what's going to happen, but I think the Chargers are going to kill the Bills. Up next, we got the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. I don't know if Rodgers is going to play this game at all. He probably will. Who knows? He's got playing on a sprained leg. I forgot if it was the right or left one that he got sprained in the game last week against the Bears, where he pulled that comeback. This and Vikings obviously got that good defense, but it's kind of a toss-up one. see if Rodgers can get that Jimmy Graham connection going. But I'm going to go ahead and say the Minnesota Vikings take this one from the Green Bay Packers. I think the Vikings could pull this one off. They got the defense, and who knows, Anthony Barr's going to probably be coming for Rodgers' head again like last year, but who knows. I mean, obviously let's see if Aaron Rodgers can hold his own, though, and pull what he pulled against the Bears last week. Up next, we got the Carolina Panthers and the Atlanta Falcons. In Atlanta, Falcons coming off of that kickoff loss to the Eagles, and the Panthers coming off of a win against the Dallas Cowboys. I don't know. I'm going to go with the Panthers. Up next, Titans taking on the Texans. Deshaun Watson versus Marcus Mariota. And Titans coming off of that loss over Miami, coming off of that loss against the Dolphins. I think the Titans are going to be 0-2. I'm going to go with the Houston Texans. Up next, we got the Arizona Cardinals and the Los Angeles Rams. Rams coming off of a big Monday night win over the Oakland Raiders, in which their defense, I mean, obviously, it was a close game at first, but then obviously their defense dominated Derek Carr. I'm going to go with the Rams killing the Cardinals in this week. Next, Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 49ers. This one, I know Matt Stafford looked terrible versus the Jets with those 5 interceptions. And who knows, Jimmy Garoppolo, obviously these are both 0-1 teams coming off of that. 49ers coming off of a loss against the Minnesota Vikings last week. Who knows what's going to happen in this one, but I don't know. I got to think about this one for a little bit. It's kind of a toss-up. I'm gonna take the Detroit Lions in this one. Up next, we got the Oakland Raiders and the Denver Broncos. Obviously, we lost to the Broncos last week, and the Raiders coming off of that loss against the Rams. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take the Raiders in this one. See if they can bounce back, because they're definitely gonna be pissed about losing to the Rams, and Derek Carr's and Marshawn Lynch are probably going to have a field day against the Broncos, along with the Raider receivers and that too. And that's if Von Miller doesn't come in and ruin them, though, too. Plus, as you heard me say before, I don't think Case Keenum is the savior Denver's hoping for at quarterback still. But obviously Broncos played was pretty good last week, so I'm going to go with the Oakland Raiders in this one. Up next, we got the New England Patriots and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Yeah, a rematch of last year's AFC Championship game. Who knows what's going to happen this week? Who knows what's going to happen this time? Obviously, Brady was playing hot last week against the Texans. Patriots coming off of a win against the Texans. Jaguars coming off of a win against the Giants. But I'm gonna go with New England. Can't sleep. I'm gonna go with New England. I bet Tom Brady has a field day against them. And finally, Giants versus Cowboys. Saquon Barkley versus Zeke Elliott, and Eli versus Dak. I'm going to go with, Cowboys receiving game's a question mark too. But their running game obviously isn't, in their offensive line. It'll be interesting with this one, but I'm going to go ahead and take the Dallas Cowboys beating the New York Giants, and that's my game picks for this week. And finally, to end it off, I want to start this off. Finally, to end off, I want to just say congratulations to the Seattle Storm, our WNBA team. They just won their 3rd championship in franchise history, and Breanna Stewart was named the MVP. Man, so congratulations to the Seattle Storm. It's cool to add another championship added to the trophy case in Seattle, along with our rugby team, the Seattle Seawolves, who won the rugby championship during this past summer too. So just want to end it up. That was my NFL game picks, and make sure to hit the subscribe button. Sorry, I gotta keep my voice down because got the people sleeping over there too. So anyway, just wanted to come at you guys with that really quick. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and until next time, if you ain't with it, you ain't infamous. And go Hawks. I hope I'm wrong, about my pick though, but it's gonna be tough. But I'm wrong about, us losing to the Bears, but kind of know when I'm right. So just saying, and go Hawks.